It is 6 o'clock on the 18th day of December, and this regular meeting of the El Campo Independent School District of Trustees is now called in order. Let the record show that the meeting was duly posted, and we have a quorum of members present. Would you all stand for a prayer and then the pledge of allegiance? Dear Heavenly Father, we give you thanks and ask that you guide and bless our efforts during this meeting tonight. We pray that everyone has a safe and blessed Christmas and holiday season. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have no recognition tonight.
No recognitions, no public comments that I'm aware of.
We'll go into consent agenda, and I would like to pull out, what was it?
4B2.
Yes, 4B2, and we'll kind of look at the tax collection recap for 24-25. We had a,
But you want to do the consent agenda first, and then we'll do the.
okay, let's go ahead and approve it. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to pull out besides that?
So board members, we're pulling out 4B2, review of monthly financial report. Then we'll vote on the entire monthly financial report, but specifically, Anthony wanted to talk about the tax collections.
Right.
Okay.
If there's
I'll move that we approve the consent agenda excluding 4B2.
Okay.
Second.
You have a second, Kathy?
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? Okay. I wanted to look at that tax collection recap because I think we have another surprise in there if I see this right. Like we gained about $650,000, Demetric?
Yes, so let me explain that to you. What actually took place is just the opposite of what took place last year, where we got surprised and we didn't collect enough money. This year, what happened was the one of the big entities here locally was going in to go pay their taxes, and they weren't actually on the books, and so the CAD had made another error. So there has been an adjustment, and with that adjustment, there were some other things that were found. So it basically generates us another $650,000. However, that $650,000 is technically a wash because what we increase on our tax side, we're going to actually decrease what we get from the state money. So say for instance, with per pupil allocation, that we're allotted $20 million, okay? So say for instance, we get $15 million that we generate in state money, and we get $5 million in local money. In the event that we go to $6 million in local money, state money is going to go down to $14 million. You're still going to only get how much you're allocated per pupil through your funding formula. So just because you generate more taxes, you'll generate more, but the state's going to contribute less for their threshold. So our amount of money and the way we're looking on the budget is going to be pretty much the same. We're just generating more local tax dollars due to the CAD having another error that they're actually taking in more money, and it increased our levy, generating us more money. Had we generated that prior to doing our funding formula and putting it into our template, that's what we would have actually shown as our contribution to our money,
And
the state
would have adjusted.
the state would have adjusted.
Their
Yes,
commitment then. Okay, all right.
right.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
So the
Okay.
state will adjust and then settle up next year regardless.
Yeah, we will get we'll get less money. We generate more, we get less.
Okay. Well, my main concern when I saw that was mainly that they had made another mistake I mean, we've had our certified values for about 4 or 5 months, and here we come up and find out that there's a $650,000 difference, and that concerns me, going forward, that we've had two of those in a
And that's what I share with Mr. Callahan. I was like, so when we put together our template to try to figure out how we're going to generate revenue and how we're going to build our budget, if we don't actually have real numbers or solid numbers that we're using and inputting into our template,
Right.
it really puts a strain on us to try to create a budget to where we can actually have a sound number, because being off $650,000 is pretty big,
That's
you know.
right, yeah, and that's my concern.
Was
Yes.
that the only one that was dropped from the road that affected us?
No, I think there's probably more than, I think that there's probably a little more than
I
that.
didn't know.
We have no evidence to support that there's anything different from the $650,000. However, we are cautious that there may be in fact other entities that did not have their values calculated in the total valuation.
Correct.
My concern too is that the state does their own value studies, and when they find these mistakes that our local CAD is making, at some point, you know, it's going to cause problems. I mean, in the past, I know they would assess penalties to the schools when these kind of things took place.
So part of that comes through our first rating. And then there's also another thing that we'll actually deal with that'll probably show up in our audit. So in our audit, it'll show that we were building a budget off of this number, and that wasn't the real number that we ended up with
Right.
in the end. And so the thing that we have on our side is we have it documented that when we do those reports every month, that tax recap, it shows when we get it from the county, you know, what those numbers actually are. So we'll actually probably end up having to defend this so that they don't think that we're trying to cook the books.
Well,
Does that make sense?
Exactly. I know that I mean, that's happened in the past.
Right.
Back in the 90s, so
Right.
it creates a problem. Well, I just wanted to, you know, bring that up, and some kind of way we need to communicate to the people over there that this is unacceptable. We can't tolerate this kind of, you know, these kind of things year after year, so.
Well taken. Point taken.
Okay.
And for the audience, Ms. Smith is our board member who represents El Campo ISD on the County Appraisal District Board.
For which we are grateful.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We contribute, I think the last time I checked, and I may be off on this, but I think it's $190,000 a quarter over there.
Yeah, we pay, yes.
$190,000 a quarter we pay, you know, for them to do this service for us, times that times 4, that's what we're putting in over there.
Right.
I think we would expect to get our money's worth at the very least.
Did you take care of that, Kathy?
I'm on it.
And for the record, Kathy gets none of that.
Well-
Only the headaches.
Well, my biggest concern is like when I present a budget, and in a year that it's so tight that, you know, we're off, you know, it kind of comes back on me, you know,
Sure.
because I'm the one that's presenting it. Even though it comes from the CAD, I can't worry, because I don't know that they've made a mistake until it's gotten to December, you know, so I can only utilize the information that I have to build the budget.
They got a new chief appraiser, they have new software, and they have a new, with the mineral right things.
Right.
So everything, and then the solar system really threw it off, but this, and I agree with you on that things being dropped from the tax roll is not acceptable.
So when they went into their new system, because they didn't understand how the new software worked, and so there was a lot of stuff that was actually left out. We were actually we went to a workshop, and we were us and Louise and East Bernard were the only 3 schools in Region 3 that did not have values to actually use. Now, they're telling us that they have a handle on the software, they're telling us that they understand it now, so we're expecting this year for the numbers to be better. But at the same time, we say that, and it's December, and I'm presenting to you guys about, you know, $650,000 surplus that we're getting, that we're really not getting, because the state's gonna take that
Well, I would just like to add,
much away.
I appreciate the candor with which Mr. Wells is discussing with you, but I think we've kind of moved off of our action item, which was to approve the review of the monthly financial report. I think we've kind of gone into the weeds.
Well, I wanted.
No, it's a good point to bring up. I don't want anybody, but we're starting to talk about the CAD, and there's nobody here to represent the CAD. I don't think that's fair and ethical for us to, we just need to move forward. Plus, the board needs to remember that you have assigned the superintendent to be a part of a mediation agreement hearing, and I'm in the midst of that right now, so I would prefer us just to kind of
Okay.
see if somebody has a motion.
Well, we've approved the consent agenda, and we went over this.
We still have to prove this, because you pulled this from the consent
I
agenda.
move that we approve item 4B2.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? We'll move on.
Board members, with your indulgence, I would prefer that we address item 6B1 in front of the presentation items, because we have a guest here with Coach Reeve, and we have some members of the committee here, and I would like to give that individual an opportunity to, I think he's heading to Austin this evening, so I'd like to get him there before it gets too late.
Okay.
Sure. Let's do that.
Mr. Wells is going to hand out some information. In the meantime, I will give a brief explanation. A committee of Mr. Dubrock, Mr. Cannell, Mr. Vallejo, who was unable to attend, Mr. Russell, Coach Reeve, Mr. Wells, and myself met with bidders. We had 4 bidders for the field turf. 2 bids were deemed non-responsive because of the undersurface, the pad, and the other 2 bids both met all specifications, and so we considered 2 bids. And Coach Reed, do you want to talk about the recommendation coming from you and from the committee?
Sure. As Mr. Callahan mentioned, we did have 4 bidders, Symmetry, Field Turf, Paragon, and Hellas. I want to introduce Tony Heath. Tony is with with Hellas and is here tonight to, 1, answer any questions that y'all may have, 2, to correct me if I mess this up as I talk to you about it. So, want to say, you know, all of the people that we receive bids from have good products, reputable companies, all those types of things. I want to talk about our recommendation, which is Hellas, for the purpose and really why. Number one, we have been working with Hellas. Hellas is the company that installed the field that we currently have. In the 2 years that I've been here, anytime that we have had an issue with the field, either Tony or another representative of Hellas has been here that day or no later than the next afternoon that we call them, and it's been fixed immediately. So service has been really exceptional with Hellas. The second thing is, you know, as the bids came in, Hellas was not the lowest bid, but it was also not the highest bid either. And so price was something that the committee felt good about. And then the third thing is the product itself. And we feel like through our research, of the various products that this is the top of the line, and it certainly meets the needs of what we are looking for in our next turf. The first thing is, and probably the most important, what the existing turf does not have. The existing turf out there does not have a pad, which you probably know that. We ask that the companies bid what they call an E-layer pad, which is what this is. This has a 25-year warranty, which is the longest warranty of any of the type of pads that there is, which basically means that we ought to be able to get 3 turf fields out of this one pad. Because usually a turf field goes, you replace the turf every 8 or so years, 8 to 10 years at the most. And this should get us through 3 turfs. It's also the highest quality. The drainage is really good. The water drains through it. It's monolithic. It's everything that we were looking for in a turf. Then this is the type of turf. This is Hella's best system. It's the Matrix Helix turf. There's some qualities about it. Hella's their fibers are spiral in nature, and what that does is that keeps the fibers from bending over for a much longer period of time than a fiber that doesn't have that. That's important for the look of the field and also the quality of the field over a sustained period of time. This is pea gravel. So basically the way it works is the pad, when they come out here, they'll take the pad off. In the bid, it's already been priced out for any kind of nailer board or liner damage that we may find, or that they may find when they pull it up. That's already been priced out. Mr. Callahan, in the process of visiting, when we visited with our representatives from CEI, suggested that, which was a great idea to make sure that we know the price going in, if there is any issues with that, and so that's already in a part of the bid. But they'll do all that. They'll take that off. Then they'll put this turf down. They'll put the pea gravel in here. This is for the weight of the turf to keep it weighted down. And then this is the Ecotherm that is very important. This is a cooling infield, okay? And based upon our research, we feel like this is the top of the line in terms of cooling. The way that it works is basically this absorbs moisture. Okay, and then as it heats up outside during the day, it releases that moisture, where the water evaporates, right? And so what that does is that cools the field 20 to 25 degrees. Why is that important? Because obviously, for obvious reasons, but also the UIL has come out with this year recommendation of the wet bulb temperature and regulating when we can practice and at what temperature and all those types of things. That's very likely going to become not a recommendation but a mandate. And if it does, this is certainly going to help with that to a certain extent. It's not like it's going to be 70 degrees outside when it's 105 in August, but it does make a difference. But so the infill is the pea gravel and then this on top, and this is the majority of the infill. You can't. It's green, so it mixes in and looks great. This is what we've played on some fields like this, Needville being the closest one that we've played on, but has this system. Edna's got this system. The majority of the Houston area, quite honestly, has this system. And so we feel very confident that this is going to be a quality system that's going to last El Campo ISD for a long time. And it is going to be a very safe field for our kids to play on. The pad is going to be something that's going to make it really a nice surface in terms of the G-max testing. That's when, that's how hard or soft it is and all those things. And so that's why we're bringing this as a recommendation of the 4 bids that we received. Is there anything that I may have missed or anything that you want to add to
I'll
that?
tell you what, take you to Austin with me.
Do those,
First of all, thank you for allowing me to be here. Coach said pretty much everything. We want to, yes, we need to replace the turf, but we want to replace it with a system, not just a piece of turf. And our biggest advocates to make it the safest field we can for the kids that play on it. That's with the G-Max. That means impact that they have. We've heard of those. We can't eliminate concussions. We can't eliminate those mistakes, but we'll do everything we can to try to reduce them and to try to keep, be preventive. Try to do some preventive maintenance and also heat. I kind of go with that analogy. Back 5 years ago, they didn't have the opportunity to have a coolant infill, and so we used the rubber infill, and those fills get around 155, 160 degrees, which you can't. Your shoes would literally, the cleats will melt, but can't get on the bare foot. You get blistered. But the same thing as time's gone on, technology came around, and with this Ecotherm, what it is, it's a thermoplastic that's hydrophilic, that has cellulose fibers in it, and the moisture, and you can water, you don't have to, in this part of the country, you don't have to have irrigation to wet it, to get it to go. Our dew and the moisture that we have around here and the rain that we get, will usually absorb it, and it retains it, and it releases just like your skin. As the sun comes out, as the sun pulls the sweat, pulls the moisture off your skin, it'll pull it out of that as well, evaporative, which cools the fibers down. It's realistically the fibers that are hot. I don't know if you've ever walked on a landscape turf and just, in the summer, it's very warm, but this will help cool that down. The E-layer, that'll be paved in place. It's rubber with binder, and as the coach said, it's monolithic, and it will be, basically, it's just like they pave asphalt. They'll pave that over we'll come out here, we'll regrade it to where we can, where this will go, so the polarity will be even with the track, with the curb. And this itself, a couple things. Actually, it's going to get a return on its money, because usually because we're going to have to regrade your stone base, make sure it's tight and everything. And with this, well, then next time we come off, we'll just remove the carpet. That you'll eliminate the cost of doing the regrade. So you'll recoup a little bit of your money and time the next 3 times. Generally, I think, all realistically, I think that's about $40,000. So you're looking at about $120,000 savings at the end of the life of that of the shock pad on that. Basically, the pea gravel. One other thing about that, the base on that holds the ballast of the turf down. A lot of our competitors use silica sand. We don't. We use something that has a little bit of that doesn't impact. We get it really fine. And the reason for those 2 things, it helps with the cushion, because it doesn't pack down. Sand packs down. Sand gets very hard. It also helps. We believe in this because it helps with the drainage. Also, it helps continue the drainage. As sand packs, drainage goes slower. This will help keep the drainage going. That pad there, it helps drainage going not only vertically, but it's also working horizontally as well. But the turf itself, it's a monofilament. It's our NFL standards. All the NFL fields that we have in the league is this field right here. If you watch Cowboys, you're a Cowboy fan or a Texan fan, that's the same turf that they're playing on. And so NFL does a lot of safety. I don't know, last year if y'all read, a lot of the Players Association was trying to eliminate turf fields for the fields. NFL came back out and did a study and said fields with slip film are the ones that are slipping and having problems. They've tried to eliminate the slip film type of fibers on the NFLs and gone strictly with monofilament type fields. That's what this is, a monofilament type field. So it helps the impact of the shoes, the cleats, get in and release. The aesthetics, yes, it will continuously through the time, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, it'll still look the aesthetics will still look good because your fibers are twisted, it'll stand, but also it helps the safety of the foot release in, the foot release out. So again, we try to build a safety system. That's our #1 concern. And you know, and we're just glad to be a continued partnership with El Campo ISD. And is there any questions from me?
These Ecotherm pellets, will they last the life of the turf, or will they have?
They'll be in there, yes, sir. Really, the neat thing about those is when they collect that moisture, I don't know if y'all have had kids that play, but coach, the rubbers, you get in there, you're always going home with rubber in your shoes. The moisture it creates a density and a volume, and actually it will go down. And at first you'll see it up there, but as time goes on, it'll work itself down, the moisture, it'll be in there. And you won't see it unless you're standing on top of it. Your field will look naturally grass, but it doesn't kick out. You will see very little kick out. The spray you see on a lot of turf fields, you will not see that with this, and it doesn't migrate very, very little.
How long has that product been?
We've had that product, I believe 6 years now, we've been working with it. I haven't had a client yet saying we're very, very displeased with it. Generally, I tell coaches, I say, go, you know, I'm a former coach, but unlikely I'm in the sales now, but you know, so don't trust that. Call the coaches, call our teams, everybody that has this system, and if you know, if you don't like this system, I don't have anything better.
Is that stitched, is it stitched in there on the mat?
It's binded in, yes ma'am, it's tufted inside that. It's got 3 layers of plastic that it's tufted in. It's tufted in our plant in
And it doesn't come loose or anything?
No, there will be some come loose. As you see in your field, you'll see fibers, but there's billions of those. They're individually put in. And there's billions of them in the field itself, I mean, that are there. So, yes, you'll see them in time come out, but it's natural.
The warranty on the pad, you said, was
25.
25 years. What about the turf itself?
The turf itself carries an 8-year warranty.
8-year warranty?
Yes, sir.
So we can expect to get at least 8 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you can. And if for some reason something goes, I'm not, you know, the inlays and everything are there. We glue, we don't stitch. Stitching, a lot of times the thread goes, it just takes it and keeps going. We've created, I think, we use a very good type of glue system in it. I'm not gonna say that an inlay might come loose one time. They should, once we finish, we'll teach the grooming and everything of the field to keep the maintenance up on it.
Right.
Y'all have a groomer coming with this as well. And so they will teach you basically the techniques and the timing, how to do that. We'll also have a repair kit if I can't get here immediately, because one might come up, but it's very, very easy to do. If not, I'll be here usually within 48.
That comes with?
Yes, sir. That's all in the, I believe, in the bid.
In the bid.
Okay.
So, and so your coaches, usually, you pull the groomer itself, it's pulled behind a gator or so type. Usually takes about 2.5 hours to do. You groom it generally if you're on for your field, because it's pretty much a 24/7 field, used every day. Recommend using it at least once every other week. You can do it maybe before Friday night ball games, really enhances it. And but this is a field that you want to groom. It's not, you're not impacting the you don't want to mess with the infield. You're just grooming the top to clean the stuff off the top, get that nice look on it, that fresh look, and long life.
Questions?
We said that, I think Travis said this wasn't the most expensive one, but I think after we kicked out the other two,
This was the cheapest bid.
it was less. It was less than the other one too.
I thought there was one that was, but.
There was, but they didn't
They
meet
beat
specs.
you because they didn't meet our specs.
Well, yes, yeah, of the two that we considered,
Correct.
it was the
That was the
cheapest
last
one,
one,
yes.
yeah.
But of the, I was talking about all.
Yeah.
Yep, and I would add, first of all, I wanna applaud the people who came and went through these bid openings in the presentation. I also wanna mention that, Mr. Freeman in the back has worked with Tony for a couple of years, and my first, meeting with Tony was when we were concerned about the GMAX testing 2 years ago, and we are really, lucky to have had the support from Hellas to keep our field at GMAX ratings that we're safe.
Right.
I can just tell you that at this point, we've probably added more pellets each year to try to continue to meet the GMAX standard. And at this point, adding more pellets will actually have a negative impact and potentially create more injuries, because there's gotta be a certain ratio of infill to the top of the fiber, and we've now overloaded that.
Basically, we put 1/3, basically it breaks down to 1/3 of pea gravel, of your sand-based sand gravel, 1/3 of ecotherm, and you'll have 1/3 exposure of your turf. Your turf will be a pile height of 2 inches, since it has a pad. But the neat thing is, again, if the infill moves or whatever, redistribute, you will still continuously have probably around under 140 G-max because of that pad. We could take all the rubber and sand out of it, and you would still reach a 165 G-max where you could play. But we don't want to do
I
that.
walked on
We
the-
want to get below 100.
When in Edna, the field was redone last year and they put this pad down, I walked on that pad and you could play on the pad. Like, it's very forgiving.
The pad's not a new system. The pad is really probably, back in the old AstroTurf, with the woven turf, they used to use a 25 millimeter. This is 19, but a 25 millimeter, that was all they had on that old woven, on top. They used that on there to try to get a little bit of G-max out of it. So this has been around we have fields that are on the third cycles, that fields are still, that they're still using the E-layers. So it's not a new product, not at all.
Well, and so our recommendation to the board is to make a motion to approve the Hellas contract at the total fiscal impact price inside your action packet.
What is the total price?
You'll see on-
$1,157,589.
Say that's low.
$1,157,589. That is the combined base proposal with the cooling technology, combined.
I'll make a motion that we approve the alternate one proposal from Ellis for $1,157,589.
Second. Okay, is there any discussion before we vote? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Anybody opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Tony.
I'm gonna get on the road to Austin,
Yes, sir, you please do that. And again,
and I'll be in touch.
yes, sir, but I also want to say publicly, thank you for all your support of our field over the past 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Knowing we did not have a pad, and all the work that you did to help us keep the field safe for our kids.
Well, again, it's for the kids.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why we're all here, isn't it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Merry
thanks,
Thanks,
Fred.
Tony.
We're gonna go now to,
We're going to presentation items 4B1. So
5B1. 5B1.
5B1. And can we switch 5B1 and 5C1 to allow Alicia to just give a brief report? Yeah.
You wanna go 5C1?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then we'll switch back to 5B1.
So as you know, the last probably 3.5 years now, we've been spending a lot of time and focus on PLCs with our teacher leaders and our teacher teams. We've sent everybody solution tree PLC training, teacher leaders, APs, principals, making sure everybody understands the process and that we're implementing the process. This past year, we had Solution Tree come in and help the teams learn how to identify essential standards a little better and how to align that with their assessments and making sure that we're teaching what we really, really need to teach. So since then, we have been meeting with the principals and myself, talking about just how can we align this more across the district. So we've been focused on each campus and how they're doing it, but how can we do this more and make this more aligned? So we attended a training in December. It was Solution Tree again, but it's how to lead PLCs district-wide. And so based on that training, what it's done is telling us that we need to sit down, and I need the principals to take off their principal hat for a moment, put on a district hat, and start looking at things like how can we put academic goals in place that align across. So we have the district goal of, grow 1 year, but like how can we get more specific with that? And what does that look like on each campus and align that way? So what we've learned at this training is we've got to sit down and set those goals, but then also like create a process of doing this and a calendar and how we're going to hold each other accountable and when are we going to look at data and what is that going to look like? So we're going to meet in January to start the whole process. We've got a whole book that gives us, resources to go by. But it was a fabulous training. We left. I have to commend them for being very engaged and wanting to get this process going. We talked about it while we were there. They gave us time to really start talking about it. So I'm excited about it. I think it's kind of our next step of really like getting deeper in our process and moving our whole district more instructionally and academically for these kids. So any of the principals want to add anything?
Paul's here and Mari's here.
I think you addressed it well. Just we've been talking about trying to get the vertical alignment not only on each campus but from campus to campus, and we talked about it, but now we actually have a way of doing it and a plan. So we have our work cut out for us, but it's doable. So
yeah, the first day was the exciting day. The second day, you think about the realization of a lot of work we have to accomplish to get to that point. But it's going to put in structures that'll allow students to keep learning year after year after year across campuses.
Yeah. Any questions?
Board have anybody questions for any
So
of
we
them?
had buy-in from all the principals? Everybody?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Well, I visited with every principal once the meeting was over, and I've not talked to Alicia about this, so she's hearing it. Number one, I want to applaud her leadership to get them there. But talking to Alicia and the excitement she shared with me when she returned, I then went out to kind of get a feel from the principals, and they were equally excited, and they all mentioned the cohesiveness that they felt as a group, recognizing the interplay and the interaction between each campus. And so it was exciting to me because it's not the first time we've heard that, but it's the first time we've heard it unanimously from everybody at the same time with the same kind of goals. And I bet Rich kind of understands how that,
Sure.
it's difficult to get everybody there, and I think they're all ready. So in other words, part of it, the amount of resources we've been applying as a district to those processes I think are beginning to take root and have some positive impacts. Thank you.
Anybody? We'll go to 5B1.
Are you up for me? Am I missing something? Did it move?
You did.
Ah, yes. Phew, I was worried. So, as the board is well aware, we had a facilities committee meeting a week ago Monday, I think it was December 2nd. And so we started with some I don't know. No. There we go. So, first of all, big picture. I'm trying to stay at 35,000 foot right now. We knew we had a bonding capacity somewhere between 81 to 83 million. I can tell you that the newspaper asked me why the difference, and I think you can go back to Mr. Wells and Mr. Dorotick's question to pull that item out of the agenda. It's because we're uncertain about where our appraised values are going to be. The committee determined, and I'm going to show you evidence of all these things here in just a minute, but our top priorities were the high school in Hutchins because of the age of the buildings. The middle school was substantially already in new construction. Northside and Myatt have been deemed to be structurally sound but functionally deficient. So we know somewhere down the road we're going to have to address those. Then we began to comply with some considerations. It was the number was 900 students per campus. We wanted to keep them smaller than that. Consolidation was the only way to make that happen. So I provided enrollment data. We needed to make sure we took care of the high school in Hutchins first. Then Myatt, to do that, Myatt is going to remain as an EC through K, and Northside would become a 1 and 2. This is after the construction is done. And future consideration will be how we're going to address Myatt and Northside. So we looked at our priorities, and there they are. The high school was first, Hutchins was second. You can see Northside and Myatt were basically come in kind of similar at the same time about the needs, and then the middle school was of course last. Then the question came around, where should we allocate our funds? And this became a big issue last Monday night because we were getting conflicting questions being asked. So then we turned around, and after looking at this particular item, you can notice on there 22%, we should only spend it at the high school. Well, that became kind of moot because $81 million does not buy you a new high school. So we needed to look at what we were going to do with the high school, and then 14, so it's really a 3-2 vote. 3 people thought we should just focus on the high school. 2 thought we should focus on the high school as a priority, but look at the other campuses. At the high school, they came up with all their priorities, and our plan will address all of those. And then after consideration, we talked about consolidation, and you can see it was very considerable, 37-0, that we should consolidate. And then what were the configuration options? And you can see it was option number 2, or actually it was option number 1, which was PK through 2nd and a 3rd through 5th. So I then went and provided enrollment data and did lots of research on the enrollment data. Basically, as I look at a grade levels, you can figure that grade levels are somewhere between 240 to 250 kids. Now they vary. There's not a perfect number every year because people don't have babies at the same ratio and rate. But I then compiled that into a 10-year and a 5-year trend. And I'm going to give you a second to look at that because in this specific campus, none of these in the 3 grade level configurations have more than 900 kids on it. You can see the grade levels fluctuate, but 240 is a general trend. This meant the configurations of K12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 through 12 provide the most student consistency and staffing consistency. This leaves early childhood and pre-K kind of in an island all by themselves. Now some people assumed that meant we weren't going to do early childhood and pre-K. I don't know where that thought came from, but the truth is it just needs to be looked at separately from the others because an early childhood and a K or pre-K are probably going to need restrooms in the classrooms. So they're less involved with academics, would you say, Ms. Starry? Much less enrolled and engaged in academics, and K is really where we start hitting the academic scene. So at that point, we then threw it to a vote the other night, and you can see that it was 32 out of the 34 people who voted. Now there was more people there than 34. I want you to know that, but you know some of the people don't vote. Like I don't vote. Mr. Wells doesn't vote. Ms. Starry didn't vote. There were people there providing input, but they weren't voting. But you can see 32-2 is 94% of the people believed we should do a K12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 through 12. And have us and serve EK or early childhood and pre-K separately at Myatt.
Okay, 'cause I keep saying EC/K, but that should be pre-K.
Pre-K, that should be pre.
Right.
That's
Okay, yeah.
these are slides that I stole from.
Okay.
Some of them are
K would be first and second.
K would be K1 and 2.
Okay.
So, what did that mean for what the site would look like? In the $23 million option, you can see on there that Hutchins would be the site chosen, and they gave us rationale for why that was the case.
Who's they?
The Parker Hill.
Okay.
And they gave us the rationale between a 3, 4, 5 and a 1, 2, 3. If we do a 1, 2, 3, somewhere down the road, we're still gonna have a 4, 5. And so, if we're gonna do a 3 grade level configuration, the only ways that we could work, I mean, this is where a lot of the conversations came. Now, Mr. Cannell was there, Mr. Vallejo was there, and Mr. Irwin was there. So is there anything I've said so far that you'd like to clarify or that doesn't meet?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on that demo, the 3 buildings there that they would demo, that, the bottom, the middle, that littlest one.
Right.
That was not that old. I mean, I worked there when that one was built. So why would they demo that one?
Structurally, there are some issues, small classrooms.
That was what we called C building back in my day.
There are just some factors, the construction of them.
I don't feel like it can be,
No.
okay. I was just
Yep.
curious. I mean, I knew the other 2 were there when I went to school there.
So was
They're
that
gonna build-
1990?
Yeah.
1990?
That's when I worked there.
Oh.
So they're gonna build a new gym but keep the old?
Well, wait a minute. Whoa.
Okay.
Let's make sure everybody's
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Nothing, are you paying attention, Mr. Primo? Nothing has been decided. The board is the deciding group. So this is all a recommendation coming from the committee. And once the recommendation comes from the committee, the board still needs to make a decision on whether or not you want to move forward and whether or not you want to call for a bond election. So this is all determined by the voter in a bond election based upon the recommendations from this 7-person body. So right now, and because I've had teachers on the committee say, when are you going to get the teachers involved and why aren't we making plans? Listen, nobody's making any plans until the bond passes, and then we start making specific plans about classroom sizes and where things are going to go and where they're going to be, because that's this body's determination. So you'll notice down there it says gym to remain. That's debatable, because the other thing is you have to have traffic flow. So, and we'll talk about traffic flow in a little bit, but you can basically see that the Hutchins addition would be 49,053 square feet.
How many would it take away, 72,000?
Yes. And just so we're clear, you'd have to walk those structures and see what those facilities are being used for. So it's possible, just for example, that a classroom could be being used as an office, when in fact an office could be, even a nice size office, could be the size of mine and there versus 750 square feet. This room is, I forget how many. Mark, do you remember what this one was? 1, 2,
But that suggestion is to keep the same number of grade levels there.
Yes, 3, 4, 5, just switch the grade levels. Because whatever you do, eventually, if you keep this 1, 2, 3, you're still gonna have 4 and 5 sitting out there.
Right. No, I understand. that.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about the loss of square footage.
Well, I can assure you, these square foot classrooms are about 900 to 950 square feet for each grade, for each classroom in a grade level. And the present classrooms are about 7 to 750. So you're gonna ask, well, how can we have less square footage and an equal number of classrooms? I can assure you right now that we have classrooms that are being used as offices, as spare things that cause the difference in the square foot reduction. Would you agree with that? Because you 3 were in the meeting. That's kind of what the architects described to us, is we're overbuilt.
A lot of wasted space.
At one point in time, there was 3 grades in the 2 old buildings, right?
No,
Like a long time ago?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, again, when I went to school there, it was first, second, and third grade.
That's what, in that 2 old building,
Yeah.
yeah. I learned that from my dad today.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm
Yeah.
just saying
Yeah.
that's like,
So-
that's just in the two old buildings.
Yeah.
So the gym to remain is, you're still waiting on that, okay, never mind.
No, this committee will make this group of 7 board members will make that decision. I'm simply saying to you that right now, they're leaving it as gym to remain, but you also notice they've constructed in the $23 million a new gym. This one is way down, this one's way down, so there'd have to be a way to get the kids from this red and blue down to that red safely.
Yeah,
But what I want everybody to recognize is then there's a traffic flow that has to also be developed for all 3 of these grade levels.
yeah.
I think one of the things that was brought up to them
Uh-huh.
was that we could try to put the new addition into where that parking lot is and stuff to try to time in that gym. But they're saying that the traffic is gonna be so
Too
jacked up
high.
if we do that. So that's why they said like, hey, we're gonna have to do this new gym over there, cause that was one of my concerns. I wanted to use the old gym, but traffic wise, they,
Well, I don't like the old gym, but what would it be used for if we keep it?
I think probably get rid of it and use it for part, like traffic and
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. That thing, I don't know how
Hot
people
box.
don't use it.
Anybody want to move on from that?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so then, looking at the high school, again, this is all just a repeat of what we did a month ago at the meeting. And there's nothing really new that I had to add for that. This is the 3D rendering. Remember, just because there's a space indicated does not mean where the space will go. For example, the dance, you can see it's at that little blue box right by the gym. It's potential that dance, we could reconvert Coach Matula's old classroom, which is not used any longer, and convert it into a locker room for the dance studio. Those are all things that the board and the teachers and the committees would all make a determination and basically move the derby dolls from the gym, the auxiliary gym on Avenue F, over there, put their locker room over there, their dance studio and their access to a gym would be right there. So there are lots of things out there that are not determined. This is supposed to give the board and the community a size feeling. This puts everybody inside one building, so you could actually go from the gymnasium to the science building without going outside. And this new plan includes the 500 student cafeteria. So that's the A building, first floor. That's the A building, second floor. You can see we've made some modifications based upon square footage size. And in the bottom corner over here, this has now become more of a site for a potential STEM classroom versus taking that whole second floor as a potential cosmetology wing. And again, these are all just space suggestions. How can we best utilize the space? And then the high school construction would be $52,067,000 based upon our present plan. The Hutchins would be $22,900,000, so 23 million and 52 is 75. That leaves the board an option to look at what would we do with extra funds. If you passed a bond for 81, you'd still have about 6 million, and so right there you're looking at changes in what we do inside the cafeteria that now that we've made it bigger. You know, do we want to make it a presentation space so it could be double useful? Do you want to change the locker rooms and the accessibility at the front of the Riceburg gym? What do we want to do about traffic flow, parking at all of the campuses, et cetera? And so if we just figured 57 or 5,700,000, we had about 80,600,000, which would leave the board a little bit of flexibility with those additional funds. particularly if we came up with 83 million. And again, this is, go back to the very first part of this, the premise that you all gave me at the very beginning of this was do not raise the tax rate. So we need everybody to understand through the newspaper, and I think that they've done a pretty good job of explaining, doesn't mean your taxes won't go up if your values go up, it means the tax rate won't change.
Okay. I'm glad we have some extra, but are we also considering, you know, anytime you build something, it always costs more than what you think?
That's built into the numbers.
It's built into the numbers already.
Contingency.
How much are we
is in there.
allowed, like, what is there a magic number
Furniture,
on
furniture, fixtures, all
the
that.
bond that you can designate contingency money? It can't be just discretionary.
It can't be just discretionary. You have to build in, and once we get, you know, once we get closer to what we feel are gonna be the preliminary valuations for next year.
Right.
So, and then basically, we would leave north side and Myatt alone as far as any kind of construction or anything, right?
In this plan, yes, but again, this is just a recommendation coming to the board. This, I'm telling y'all, you know what you can tell me? You can tell me to take all of this and go throw it in the shredder. This is the authority in here. You don't have, this is just 60 community members and faculty members telling you what they think based upon all the information they've got. If that's not the direction we want to go, this board makes that decision.
But this pretty well maxes out our bond potential already.
We
This plan.
believe, based upon the committee's recommendation and Park Hill's analysis, we believe that this will max out the bond, but it should take care and in essence make Northside, make Hutchins and high school brand new properties. The A building will be totally renovated.
I think going into this, the high school and Hutchins on the side were the priorities. I mean, I think we all
Hutchins, I
agree
mean,
on
high
that.
school for sure.
If you walk the
High
campuses,
school
they're no
number
doubt.
one,
Yeah.
and then Hutchins, so, I think this is.
And let me make sure.
What we envisioned to begin with.
I'm gonna go back to the very first slide because I think it'll make a little bit more sense to you now, or the second slide. So looking at the bonding priorities and the parameters, Hutchins and the high school were the priorities. I want you to notice what is said about Northside and Myatt. Structurally, they're sound. They're good campuses. They're gonna hold up. As a matter of fact, the architects and the engineers kind of believe that specifically Northside could be a shelter for a hurricane. It's structurally sound. Its functionality is where the issues come. If you'll recall, one of the first things this board had me do was convert 2 classrooms into one life skills classroom because our life skills classroom was deficient. So that was one of the first priorities that you gave us. And I can tell you that if you look at the north side hallways that run east and west, not north and south, so there's only 2 hallways that run east and west, those classrooms on both the north side and the south side, so opposite of, adjacent to the offices, those classrooms are rather small. So one of those classrooms is now Miss Wortham's office. The classroom next to hers is her secretary and Peems clerk's office. On the opposite side of the hallway, in those smaller classrooms, Miss Kalina is the first classroom, and it's an office for her. And then next to that is our office for our 2 special ed teachers. And the next one is a conference room. That's where we hold our principal meetings when we go to Northside. And then the next classroom next to that is Miss Rod's classroom where she does reading intervention. So that's where the size of the classrooms is probably, they're probably oversized for the functionality that we're using them for. To turn those into regular classrooms, we'd have to tear out all the walls and reconvert them into classrooms of the correct size.
Good. Appreciate the work of the committee.
Oh,
They've
I
done,
think so.
they've
Superb.
done really good work. And the last two meetings have been 61 minutes and 64 minutes respectively.
Awesome.
We've been in and out.
Okay.
Questions?
No.
Everybody,
That means it's now time for closed session, and I'm certain that all the people out there want to stay. I don't think so, because I don't think there's any action items on the end of the agenda. I will give the board a report on the timeline for trustee elections in May, and a timeline for potential placement of a bond consideration on a bond election, but I don't think anybody needs to say, you just need to show either Griselda or myself how to push play.
was having you to do a presentation on that. on
No,
the
only if you had pulled it out of the agenda.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So we need to adjourn into closed session at 7:01.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
We need to adjourn into closed session at 7:01.
We will adjourn into closed session.
I
It's
have a
7:01.
granddaughter that is homeschooled.
Let's go this way.
The time is now 7:38, and the board will reconvene in open meeting.
Board members, no action was taken in closed session. I would like to give you a report on the timeline for trustee elections. The timeline was posted yesterday, and Griselda has been doing a phenomenal job, and she's staying on top of all those things. So the posting shows that between January 15th and February 14th, applications for the trustee positions that are open. Mr. Cannell's position is 2-year remaining. Mr. Irwin and Mr. Vallejo's positions are open as they are completing their 3rd year of a 3-year term. So those are the 3 positions that are open. If you have a desire to participate on the board next year, then you'll have to file during that January 15th through February 14th time. So any questions about trustee elections? Okay, the other one would be a report on the timeline for potential placement of a bond consideration on the May 3rd, 25 election ballot. That deadline is February 14th, so the board would have to make a decision sometime either in January or early February about whether or not they want to proceed with a potential bond election.
Probably early February,
Yeah.
what we're looking at, that first week,
Okay?
especially.
Yeah.
So, Ms.
May 3rd is the bond?
May 3rd is the trustee election and the bond election. Yes, sir. So, Ms. Garza, would you make note that they would like to consider the first week of February for a special called meeting?
First Wednesday.
First Wednesday in February, 5th. Everybody good for the
It's gonna
5th?
be a pretty important vote, so we really need 7 bodies.
At
You would think it would
like
pull
always.
6 o'clock?
I'm already done with this year.
6 o'clock.
You done?
Okay, and the next board meeting is gonna be January 22nd at 6 o'clock. We have to have a 5:45 special called session because we have to do the report, the academic report.
Is this on 5th?
January 22nd.
January 22nd, 5:45, special called session for a public hearing. That same night, 6 o'clock,
Yep.
and that's the night that the board will be doing my evaluation.
In February? When is it, 12th?
The
fifth.
fifth will be our
The fifth?
special meeting, and then we'll
Okay.
probably have a regular after that.
On the 5th, or,
The fifth will be a special.
yes, special on the 5th, and then
That's a special meeting just for the bond.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
And then we'll have the regular call meeting at the fourth week of June,
26.
February.
Yeah. That's why it doesn't look special, I got that, okay.
There's a regular meeting also.
Oh, okay, so it's just right before it.
Yes. And the one right before it is a public hearing, 5:45. Okay, and I'll send you updates in January with these numbers and probably send you of an update this weekend, hopefully.
Perfect.
Okay. 7:42.
No, it's now 7:42, and there being no further business on the agenda to come toward this meeting, I declare the meeting adjourned.